So friends, welcome to a new altcoin update video. Today we're going to take a look at Hyperliquid Hype, an altcoin that has pretty much flown under my radar, but it's also not been listed for very long. So you can see the history here on CoinMarketCap goes back to the 29th November and a launch price of about $350. Since then, this altcoin has peaked at 772%. So it has risen quite a bit, right? At its peak, it was even 10x, which is just insane, and it's now listed on all the major exchanges. This is a DeFi protocol, or rather, also a layer 1 blockchain that is currently quite hyped up. We know Base, we know Solana, Ethereum. Hyperliquid is now the next provider, let's say, that currently has a bit of hype going on. But okay, we'll be happy to take a look at it. This is what you requested, so be sure to stick around until the end. Feel free to write down below if you're invested, if you'd like to invest, and yeah, otherwise I would say leave a like, subscribe, join the Telegram group, and if you want to buy the hype, you can of course do that at my partner exchange, Binx. You'll find the link to that in the video description, which supports the channel and of course me as well. So, let's take a look at the chart. I've already tried a bit here. Unfortunately, I couldn't find an earlier chart than this $10 low. For that, I would have to use CoinMarketCap up here, but unfortunately it doesn't work. But it also fits quite accurately with the recent lows. So basically, you can take it here. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any other chart, but this was also the most common one and there's no volume indicator. That obviously makes things a bit harder. I've set the trend Fibonacci level from our low at 10.42 to our high up to our intermediate correction. So we would have the next resistances above starting from 930 all the way up to 48. That means we would also have a doubling of the market cap, which is already at 10 billion up to 20 billion. Okay, maybe a bull run can still be compensated with hype for sure. Honestly, I wouldn't go any higher here anymore. I would actually wait for corrections in the short term. If we take a look at this in a 4-hour time frame, we don't have any more resistances. For this, I've set the Fibonacci level from our high to our low. As resistance, we would have the mark of around $30 to approximately $32. That fits quite well because we're currently forming a pretty large range here. So that means we've filled the inefficiency from this steep pump here perfectly down into the 4-hour zone, picking up the liquidity, and since then we've formed a nice range. It actually doesn't look bad for an accumulation. The problem is simply that we had such a steep rise that we hardly formed any real support below. That means I personally wouldn't invest here at the moment. I don't know the project well enough and the chart history is too limited for me to put a lot of capital in here because we're talking about a project with almost a 10 billion market cap and that's a bit tricky. 33% of the supply is only just on the market. It's also a bit okay, but I would say it's still bearable. That's why, for me, the best case right now for anyone looking to invest here would be a pullback down towards 19 to 20. That would be the Fibonacci from our low to our current high down in the golden pocket. We also had a bit of resistance in this area before, which could then count as support. That means if we break out of this range downwards, I might consider investing here. The problem is the goal setting, and to be honest, it's a bit too little for me here. But I'm approaching this a bit pessimistically. We don't have any chart history, so we don't know how this will develop. That's why I would say we might have 150% potential from down here. That means the zone for take profits would be up here at 48. In my opinion, the exaggeration would be up here at $64 to 66. That means we could potentially make a 3x up here. But in my opinion, it's a bit difficult to make such predictions here. That's why I'm a bit more pessimistic here. If you're interested, the probably safer, in quotes, no financial advice, safer option down here would be around $20.40 to about $19. And yeah, best case would be 10. So it's really difficult to make an accurate analysis here. Feel free to share your opinion down in the comments. For people who might already be a bit more invested here or what they're hoping for, write down below. Is that it? Unfortunately, I can't offer you anything more here. The chart history is just too short. I still hope that you got a brief insight. Otherwise, I would say thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, join the Telegram group, and we'll catch up in the next altcoin update video. Until then, ciao, and as always, stay crypto.